You're watching Sports Final.
Well, tip-top in the evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final, where, to quote the noted football philosopher R. Kelly, it's the freaking weekend, baby. About to have me some fun. Bounce, 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 bounce.
Can we just listen to you the rest of the time?
No, I'm done. That's all the R&B I got, bro.
That's good, though, because we are at the exact midpoint of the high school football season, and even 5 weeks deep, we are just now starting to get some revealing answers, like, is Illini West still a playoff team? And how truly good is Beardstown or Keokuk? And how about even Central Southeastern? Because Macomb might have something to say about that. Macomb and Handball both really have got to turn things around pretty dramatically. But we start tonight with the first real litmus test for top-ranked Macon.
Your game of the week takes us to Cahokia, where Clark County, coming off that near miss in Centralia, gained a lot of respect. Macon with some offensive line struggles early in the season. People wondering, is this really the #1 team in the state? Taquan Kelly and company trying to prove some things. First carry of the game, it's the all-state fullback Henry Walker. It's his last carry of the game. Hurt his knee, would not return. Saw him on the sidelines, says he felt okay, says he could have come back if need be. Macon's first drive, though, a bit of a disaster offensively. Great quarterback sack right here by Luke Ross. Stops things. Second drive, though, a little better for the Macon offense. Dylan Parent up top to his favorite receiver, Jacob Lanier, and that sets up this. On 4th and goal, Taquan Kelly. He is so quick, Joseph. Resourceful to the edge. That's a score, and it's 7-0 at that point in favor of the Macon Tigers. More to come right here as Macon's defense stout in the first half, giving up only 1 first down and no points in the first half. Macon get the job done. The front line good. The linebackers equal to the task as well, and that, my friends, would set Clark County into a tailspin. This is a botched punt attempt, and at the other end of it, I believe it's our man Joseph Flowers with the INT, snaring it right there and giving Macon great field position. That would set up this. It's going to be Dylan Perrin going to the air, and he is going to hook up with a youngster, Levi Walker. We're going to remember this name over the next couple of years because he is going to be a monster impact player for this team. Ball in the air, Levi Walker breaks away from coverage, and he is in for the score. Pretty stuff. Makes it 14-0 at that point. We're not done yet. You know why we love Taquan Kelly? Because trying to tackle the kid is roughly the same equivalent of trying to go outside right now and tackle a fire hydrant. Look at him running over 4 different Clark County defenders. They still can't get the kid down. He's as tall as he is wide, and he is plenty fast to boot. That would set up this touchdown to start the second quarter, courtesy of the big fullback, Zach Mitchell. Hurt his knee tonight. He keeps hurting his knee all season long. Doesn't seem to stop the kid as he gets his rumble on to make it 20-0 at that point. The PAT would fail. In the ensuing kickoff, this happened to Clark County twice tonight. Just awful coverage by the Indians. They shot themselves in the foot and gave roughly the equivalent of 2 long onside kicks right back to the Clark County Indians. That would set up Nick Hamilton, who I think had 3 rushing touchdowns in the night. All of them of short yardage, all of them on the jet sweep coming up right here to give his team a 26-0 lead at the half. The Macon defense just unbelievably stout tonight. They shut down Clark County, and Macon wins in dramatic and in emphatic fashion. Final count tonight in favor of the Macon Tigers as they win in a blowout. 38-0 is your final there. Some good news for anybody in Cahokia. Well, if you're Shanna Bolin, maybe it's this. You're a qualifier for our year-end drawing for the great grill package from the Butcher Block, which will include a grill and a whole lot of meat. But that was about the only thing going right in Cahokia tonight as Macon just puts the beat down on the Tigers. Elsewhere, we've got scores from the Clarence Cannon Conference. Centralia taking care of business tonight at home against Mark Twain, winning 41-12. It was Brookfield jumping all over Highland. The lone highlight for the Cougars tonight, Chris Sparks with 77 yards on the ground and a rushing touchdown. Also tonight, your thriller of the night sees Palmyra win on the road at Louisiana, 27-26 was your final there. We've got a great game going on tonight over in Shelby. Top honors in the Truman Division at stake between South Shelby and Monroe City. Early on, it is Austin Hall opening things up in the scoring column right here with his Hall pass, if you will. Good stuff right there from South Shelby. More to come right here from the South Shelby defense as David Haithman is going to pick off, as David Haithman is going to get picked off. This is the Monroe City defense by Kyle Van Nostren. Great play right there, and that would set up Blake Rogers, the quarterback, who's going to work the quarterback keeper. He's going to fake 2 gives and take that in for the score at this point. Monroe City offense working at this point. It was a back-and-forth game in the early going. How about Monroe City with some more right here? We're going to do a little pain right here, a little fraternity of pain stuff, courtesy of Blake Grice. Oh, goodness! That'll make your teeth itch right there as poor Austin Hall would suffer the consequences on this one. South Shelby, though, going to work with their defense is Adam Ellison. Oh, he's going to float and pick up the INT off Blake Rogers. And I said we had an exchange of interceptions and turnovers as well as scoring in this game. Shane Williams of Monroe City about to get some work done from 30 yards out with a touchdown rumble right here. Monroe City would take a 21-12 lead at the half. More defense from Monroe City. How about Zach Benson also trying to steal Fraternity of Pain honors away from his teammate?
Tune in on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, Blake Grice, you'll have to turn in with Joe. That's a pretty good hit as well. I think I'd give it to Grice at this point, but I'll let Joe Morano sort out the drama for you coming up later on Sunday. Again, big win for Monroe City tonight as they get the victory by the final count of 21-19 to take over first place in the Truman Division. Also, big win for the Hannibal Pirates tonight. Logan Hicks with 4 touchdowns. Hannibal destroys an awful Marshall team on the road tonight. 49-12 is your final. Quincy Notre Dame in Illinois against a vastly improved Peoria Central squad. Of course, adding all those Woodruff kids from the now defunct Woodruff School District helped out a lot. Right here, Evan Roush, another touchdown pass, his 4th in 2 games, finding Connor Obert right there. More, this time Roush rushing and connecting with Barry Welper, touchdown number 5. The only scoring of the night for Quincy Notre Dame. They had 12 points total, but that defense good enough to make it stand up tonight as Quincy Notre Dame gets the win on the road over Peoria Central. A very good Peoria Central team. 12-7 is your final. Joseph, your turn, buddy.
Quincy High in action against Moline, a very tough Moline squad, and D'Angelo Dean, he might have something to say about that, though, in the beginning. How quick is this guy at defensive end right here? Picks up the big sack. However, Quincy High would have its hands full against the Maroons tonight. Having a lot of trouble stopping that ground game, as you see Moline is able to bust through right here for the touchdown from 3 yards out. And Quincy High got on the board early. I believe took a 7-0 lead in this one, but Moline just had the answer every time, every possession, every time.
Ground game so good for the Maroons.
Ground game very tough. Another touchdown for Moline right here, and Quincy High falls tonight by the score of 31-17. How about Camp Point Central playing host to Central Southeastern, playing host to Macomb. Macomb driving late in the second quarter, but not for long because that's Dalton Hubner with the great pickoff of Matt Lawver. Macomb would get the ball back on a fumble, and this is their second straight pick by the CSE defense, this time by Garrett Kessner. However, we go back to some troubles. I saw about 6 turnovers and about 9 minutes worth of game time here. The Macomb D steps up big. They force the fumble, able to recover the fumble and get the ball back within the final minute of the half. McLean Johnson, nice foot on this kid. 37-yard field goal makes it a 28-10 game at the half. Garrett Kessner, however, had about 160-plus yards and 3 touchdowns in the first couple quarters. Bombers good in the third, though. Tyler LaFortune carries inside the 5. The horse collar takedown breaks it down to the 1, actually. That helps set up Chris Jackson with the 1-yard touchdown plunge. It's 28-17. Macomb on the comeback. Macomb would actually recover a fumble later on and be driving, but the Camp Point Central Southeastern defense just way too tough. Garrett Kessner with another interception, and then we leave you with an Austin Dormeyer interception as well. The Panther defense, incredible tonight. Camp Central Southeastern picks up the win by a final score of 28-17. Chris, what else you got?
Illini West fighting for its playoff lives tonight against the Pittsfield-GriggsvillePerry Sockies. And look at this nice run right up the middle by Connor Beals to give his team at that point a 12-6 lead. However, Pittsfield is going to answer back. There was no defense to speak of played in this game tonight. Not a lick of it. Up top, Seth Petty, Dylan Butler.
Dylan Butler's
pretty. That's just beautiful stuff right there. A 60-yard touchdown reception ties the game up at 12 apiece at that point. You know what? Illini West is going to counter back because, as I mentioned, nobody in this game tackled anybody, not even remotely. How about Caden Guyman right here? Down the sidelines, into your living room, hurdling your Barca Lounger, past your DVR, and right, my friends, into your restroom for the nice pickup right there down to the 10-yard line. That sets up one of the more bizarre plays of the night. Connor Beals fumbles. Connor Beals recovers his own fumble. That's sensational, 7-worthy. Another touchdown made it 18-12 this game. Back and forth throughout. Illini West finally puts it away and stays alive in the playoff chase, I should say. 50-35 your final. 85 total points. Somebody tackle somebody soon. West Hancock tonight, a loser on the road to Monroe's, 57-28, as the Titans are still winless in 5 games. Speaking of big offensive numbers, I hope you had our man, the big fella, Dalton Keene, as your fantasy football tight end this week. Had over 160 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns at last check. That's a big night receiving as Jacksonville gets the win on the road over Lanphier. Final count in that one was 55-14. Joseph, this is you, buddy.
Tryopia taking on Unity Payson. And this is a very tough Tryopia team, and we were trying to think if Unity Payson could take down one of the top 3 WIVC powers. Derek Shoney has something to say about that. He is gone. What a touchdown dash by this guy as he's able to score and put the Trojans up on the board first. Unity Payson defense trying to get something going. Kyle Vander made it on the option pitch, able to pick up the first down. The drive would stall, though. The Mustang offense with a lot of trouble tonight for the most part right here. This one, a very nice run by Tryopia as well. This helps take them inside the red zone. Look at this.
Mr. Sanders with a nice pickup right there.
Outstanding, right? That just helps set up our man, Mr. Shoney, once more as he's able to trudge on in from about 16 yards out, 34-0. Tryopia a winner over Unity Payson. Let's head on over to Mount Sterling, where Brown County's Austin Gooding, he's always trying to play like a champion. Brown County hosting ISD. Sam Henricks rumbles for the first down on the Hornets' opening possession of this one. That helped set up the nice touchdown pass. This one from Tim Woodward to Clayton Taylor from 27 yards out. Almost dropped it right here, but is able to recover this and take it on in. And the kids love it, and I love that hair that these kids are sporting. Can I get a green mohawk? Is that all right to wear on the air? I just wondering. Next drive, after forcing a punt, Rick Logsdon picks up the first down right here. The second drive was just all Rick Logsdon all day as he goes up for upward of a 20-yard gain right here. Takes it inside the 10, and he's able to plunge on in for a 7-yard touchdown run. Brown County way too much for ISD tonight. They win by a final score of 49-6. Chris, take me to the scoreboard.
Last-second touchdown by Jordan Bays gives West Central a win on the road over Greenfield, 19-18. Pleasant Hill Western jumps all over North Green, 42-8. Bushnell Prairie City Avon no match for North Fulton. And those are the scores we have. Let us take you to Rushville Industry and Beardstown, renewing what was once one of the fiercest rivalries in the entire Tri-States. One of our favorites as well, because it was just plain nasty. Tiger fans showing their support tonight. They love Dylan Patterson, newly emergent and very good. First touchdown of the game, first of many for Beardstown. How about Wes Carlock getting into the act as well, the All-Stater in for the score. And the Beardstown fans up in arms. They're excited. Their team trying to go to 4-1 on the season. How about the defense for Beardstown? Very, very good. Opportunistic pickup right here. The fumble recovery would set up more. This time from Brady Spears. How many great running backs does this team have? Spears in from 20 yards out for the score. We're not done yet. Wes Carlock about to bust in as well. It was touchdown run after touchdown run tonight as Beardstown just buries Rushville Industry. Final score in this one, 42-0. Beardstown now 4-1 on the season. Iowa scores for you. Keokuk was losing badly to Oskaloosa by 2 touchdowns last we had, but we do not have a final on that one for you yet, and no scores reported from Fort Madison, Mount Pleasant, or Central Lee, West Burlington, Notre Dame, and Notre Dame. Go ahead, Joseph.
Knox County paying a visit to Schuyler County, and that Eagle offense is very potent in the early going. Leighton McCabe is able to find Chance Tungate for the first down, although Chance gets pounded right here on the big hit. However, that catch helps set up Mr. McCabe, and this touchdown run, he is in for 6 from just around 10 yards out. However, Knox County just had no answer for the Schuyler County run game, rather. Knox County falls to the Rams tonight by a final score of 34-16.
Big win for Scotland County tonight over Putnam. Great game for the Scotland County Tigers who get off the schneid. North Shelby no match for Salisbury tonight. No score yet from Bowling Green. Borgia. Clopton-Aylesbury jumps all over Orchard Farm, 36-7. My upset pick failed, Joe. I thought Van Far was getting Orchard Farm tonight. They were close. It was a 2-point game at half. They lose to Orchard Farm, 44-30. And Marceline, really good Marceline team, pounds Paris, 36-7. Men's college soccer, Quincy University still rolling along. Number 24 in the nation beats St. Joseph on the road, 1-0. The women, number 3 in the nation, win 2-0. How about some volleyball? Quincy Christian, a big winner over West Fair, 2-0. And we've got Hannibal beating up on Canton, 5-1. Logan Robinson with a pair of goals. Cardinal fans, it's just about over. You lose tonight to the Cubs 5-1, and the Braves win, so the margin is now 3 games. We're live chatting in a matter of 2 minutes. Also, huge overtime tomorrow. We'll see James Vandenberg and much, much more.